Hi, Pisces family. Welcome in. Okay. I know I haven't put up anything in a minute. I was on vacation. I was in Europe. Uh, it was just a sign, guys. Every time I tried to upload videos, I would have issues with Wi-Fi or sound or video. I was like, I'm not going to fight this. The universe is like saying, you came here to take a break, take the break. And when I tell you they were big signs, they were big signs. Like I would be on this island and there would be like a huge forest fire. So all the antennas would drop and we're all struggling on this one antenna for Wi-Fi. So everyone and their mother was like trying to upload was out of the question. It was light and fluffy stuff that you could do on the internet. That was about it. All right. What's going on mid-September for my Pisces folk? Guys, this is like second, third week energies. This is right around the eclipse season. So we're kind of looking at what's going on after the eclipse. I want to say after the eclipse. Universe, Angel, Spirit Guides. What's the situation for my Pisces? Guys, I see a fire sign. It can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe you broke up with this person. If this isn't a breakup, then this person is just being an asshole. I really have no other way to say this. But a card in reverse is someone's darker side or their darker affiliate of themselves, because we all operate from a positive and a negative. And we all know, like when we talk about archetypes and zodiac signs, the great stuff about every sign, but there's also the dark stuff of every sign. That's the dark stuff. So this person's either behaving in a negative manner or this is somebody you broke up with. All right? Or it can be vice versa, by the way, guys. Maybe this person's rejecting you. I don't know if I feel that, because I see you feeling I see you feeling a little bit of guilt, a little bit of regret, a little bit of sorrow, some things where you're like, I should have said this, I should have said that, I should have done this, I should have done that. But we'll see what's going on here. I don't know if also it's possible that Pisces, you might be going into another partnership and you had to decide and you let this one go. Let's see what's coming in towards my Pisces. And that's not even going to be a surprise or a shock for me, because we just got done talking about eclipses. So what's coming in for my Pisces, please? Anyway, I'm back in my studio space and I like my space. It feels better. I know how the connection is. I know, what's going on. Sure, we're going to have mishaps here and there with like Mercury's retrogrades, but there's no retrogrades right now, so I feel good. All right, that's neither here nor there. But let's talk about your situation, because I do see some negative stuff here, because I'm seeing a lot of this Aries energy. And of course, they don't have to be Aries. It's just that they're coming in with that aggressive nature, right? That aggressive element of themselves, that energy. Now, it doesn't have to be an Aries, because I'm just seeing here the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody who creates empires. Now, this is in the upright position. So if you're not dealing with, say, a father figure, a mentor, an Aries person, or someone that seems to be larger than life, this could be your boss, of course. This could be somebody that, comes in with authority. That's the symbol of the Emperor. Moreover, it is the symbol of leadership. So if this is you, perhaps this is some kind of ending in betrayal, either with this person or your leadership role at work or your job or career. But a lot of you so far, it's telling me about your relationship with this individual, whatever capacity that's at, right? There's an ending and a betrayal. That's not cool, the Ten of Swords. Now, I'm going to say energies are vice versa. Either this is being done to you or you're doing it. You're discerning adults, especially if you're cross-watching. Now, guys, I'm seeing a lot of swords. Swords are all mental. This is the opposite nature of you, Pisces. See, you feel stuck. You feel trapped. You feel as if you have no solutions. You might either end up ghosting a situation or leaving a situation only so you can find your center peace, your balance, or you to try to temper yourself, because your natural state of affairs is to be intuitive, to flow, to go, right? But something here has happened where it's put you in this state of mind, like in your mind, in your head, ruminating over something. We'll see when I clarify. The notions might change because these are future readings. What is it that Pisces doesn't see coming their way, please? Guys, I've finally started extended readings. Right now, they're at single purchase only for you guys. Starting November, you guys could be part of the membership program. The membership program will be access to all signs all month long. So that's like hundreds of videos. Others of you who are not interested in that, you can have single purchase. The link is down below in description box. You've been asking me for a while. Finally, I'm in this place where I can commit. Now, with that said, let's go into the energy we were just talking about, that fiery, aggressive, negative kind of like, or you just kind of breaking up and ending that because we are in eclipse season, and hopping right into what you don't see coming is perhaps potentially another person that's more your element. This is a water sign. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and they are in the upright position. They're emotionally mature and available, matching energies identical to yourself. Now, you have two kings in your reading. For me, if you're new to my channel, the kings are the incoming energies. Male or female, doesn't matter. You're my queens, whether you're male or female. It's so we can discern who's coming in and who you are within the reading. I only do this for YouTube because it's a large audience. If it was a private reading, it would be different. It would be more specific. Now, with that said, it's matched with the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. So maybe some of you are dealing with Virgo, because here's my third king at the bottom of the deck. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Guys, I really don't think you're single. I think you're hopping from one relationship to another. I think this fiery energy, or this thing where you had chemistry, you had passion, you had excitement, you had sex, you had this, you had that. But maybe you've started changing and started realizing that, you know what, it was too much fire, or it was too much energy, and you wanted to go with something that was more flowy, or something happened between the two of you, but something better is coming along, something more tempered, something more your flow. But we'll see, because I see you taking a time out, Pisces, trying to make a wise decision here regarding this individual. Now, I see a third king at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if it's raining men and women for you right now, because when it's dry, but right now it's raining people. Sometimes, honestly, guys, it's just when like the stars and the planets align for us. They give us opportunities, but how do we manage them? How do we handle them? What's the advice here for Pisces, please? I want everybody to know also, this is an enlightenment channel. What do we mean by enlightenment? Enlightenment's not an easy road. It's when we finally turn to ourselves and we say to ourselves, you know what? Why do I repeat patterns? Why do I date the same people? Why do I let people treat me like shit? Why do I keep taking the same shitty jobs? These things, when we start confronting them, we start questioning ourselves. Then you are digging deep into your human construct. And as you start cleaning out, you start seeing that the universe is rewarding you. It's bringing you in opportunities that are more aligned with your soul. And you know this because you're one of the most intuitive signs in the zodiac wheel. There's a reason why I'm telling you all this about my channel, about the enlightenment, because tarot is the tool. Tarot opens your eyes. Tarot is the trigger to say, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, my friend, yeah. And it is also to coach you along, because if you're doubting your path, your track, this puts you either A, back on it, or B, lets you realize, no, you're in the right place at the right time, going in the right direction, which is what I'm seeing here now. All right. In your advice, you have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Listen, it's saying, you know what? There's a couple messages behind the Seven of Wands in reverse. Sometimes it talks about you don't always have to be defensive. And you know what? You don't always have to resist something. Sometimes we've got to, let things come in. Because if we judge them right away, or if we say, oh no, red flag, goodbye, no, we don't give it an opportunity. Or if because you've been hurt in the past and you see or you know what a red flag looks like, you automatically dismiss it. It's saying maybe something at first doesn't need to be automatically dismissed. Maybe it's like, You don't have to be ultimately dismissive. It can also be on the flip, but this is the common theme, because with the Page of Wands, it says you need to be curious. You need more information. You need to ask questions. All right. What does a Page of Wands do? They're the kid in the candy store. You just gave a 5-year-old $10 and you released them in a mega candy store. What do you think they're gonna do? Oh my God, what's down that aisle? Oh my God, what do you think this tastes like? Oh my God, look at this wrapper. That's what a kid does in a candy store. What about the kid that just graduated college and they're in New York City and they're just like stars in their eyes? What if I do this and what if I do that? That is the Page of Wands energy, and it's falling in your advice. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, don't automatically dismiss something. Ask some questions. Get curious. Be like, wonder what it's like if you travel down a path or a track or, a line of questioning. All right? Because it might lead you to wish fulfillment and desire. 9 of Cups. What's the outcome of the week, please? What's the outcome of the week? Please leave me your comments down below. I read everything. And it's not just me who reads it. It's other people too. And sometimes people out there want to know they're not alone. They want to know that there's somebody else that, they feel like there's an energy out there that someone else is going through the same thing you are. So it's like a community thing, we all help each other. At least I hope. At least that's my prayer. Anyway, back to you. 3 of Cups at the end of the week as your outcome. 3 of Cups talks about reconciliation, dating, socializing, networking, good news. The Sun in reverse at the bottom of the deck, even though it's in reverse, to me it's still positive because it just makes me feel like you can almost feel it. You can almost taste it. Like happiness is just right around the corner kind of thing. I don't think it's going to pass you by, Pisces. I really don't. Actually, for me, this feels very positive. As an intuitive reader, sometimes I see things, but sometimes I also feel them. And I just feel like as if, my heart feels like it's going to expand and grow as I saw this card. So I think that this is what's coming towards you guys. Now, with that said, let's start clarifying and getting the details, right? Because the devil's in the details. No, just kidding. Alrighty, what is that? That is Hierophant. That was the person you were married to, or you were committed to, or you had a serious relationship with, and that you became single from. I don't even think I need to pull another card. That's your situation. We know who this is. All right, this person that you ended things with, or they ended with you. What is the 10 of Swords and the Emperor, please? Also, I am not opposed to advice. You can feel free to comment down below and advise how the channel could be better, whether it's technical, whether it's, aesthetic, or something else you want me to read into, etc. I read everything and I consider everything. Now, there's a situation here where you had stability with this person, this ending and this betrayal. So if this was your job or your relationship, you're still thinking about this, right? Because there was an ending and a betrayal. I don't know if you're also curious and wondering what they're up to. Like, what are they doing? Are they with somebody else? Did they go with somebody else? Did I get left for someone else? Or same for job. Why is this not going well? Why am I being passed up for a promotion? Why am I getting screwed? Why am I getting fired? Is it somebody else? Can I have one more? But it was something you had stability with. I think you're, now if you're the one who's doing this, I just see heartache. I see heartbreak. I'm going to put this back in the deck because it's obvious with the 10 of Swords. This is heartache and betrayal. But the Fool, another Aries card, with the Emperor, which is Aries. I'm not saying they're in Aries. They're just capsulating this energy. You're either taking a leap of faith and a risk and leaving something behind without having anything else lined up. or you're just taking some kind of risk. I think you're going to leave this behind. I'm like 90% certain of that. Maybe there's like 10% of you guys out there that's taking a risk regarding leaving this to go to something else. Because what you don't see coming is this person. So maybe your shit pays off. And I know with eclipse season, the universe, this is no just ordinary eclipse, Pisces. You just need to understand this. This is, yes, we talk about eclipsing old friends, situations, places, jobs, whatever. But this is no ordinary eclipse because this is the year of 9. This is the year of the snake. This is the year that everybody in the collective is shedding their old skin and they're changing. They're changing everything, basically their whole lives. You are no different, and I can see it here. You're clearly about to start a whole brand new life. You're leaving the old one behind and beginning anew. So all these new people, all these new situations are now entering your world, and it's been about time, okay? Because I think that this stuff has been festering for you, Pisces, June, July, August. Here we are in September, moving on. And this is right in Virgo season because it's still Virgo as I read this. And in a week, it's going to be Libra when Venus starts coming in. Venus and Jupiter are the two planets that bring luck on our side. You are no different. What is this King of Cups? The Hermit, please. Good news, bad news. Let's do it. Maybe this person's a Cancer, maybe a Virgo. I see Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Listen, me seeing Chariot and then seeing the Wheel of Fortune under there, I get it. You have a vision. You're going to stay focused. You're going to stay on that track because I saw the Fool earlier. And the reason you're doing this is because you're kind of coming in the reverse. Because this is you, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But besides that, you are this energy. I'm feeling for you. You're not either emotionally available or ready. All right. I know you're trying to be. But you don't kind of want to meet anybody new. You meeting this person is making you feel like it's a burden because now you're responsible to responding to this individual. So this is why you're lying low, trying to make wise decisions for somebody who is available to you. But can I show you something? You know how rare this is, Pisces? The King and Queen of Cups. First of all, this is a king with a queen. Even Steven, all right? Because this is not a king with a page. This is not an empress with a knight. This is not leveling. These are on the same exact level. The only problem is they're available, you are not. But moreover, what I'm trying to get at is you're at this, not only are you on the same level, you're also on the same frequency, you're also on the same element. You both understand each other. You both know how to flow. But I think you're just on this thing where you're like, I just ended this. I just need to get back on track. I want to change my career. Da, 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 da. But you're a water sign. Go with the flow. You know this. Don't automatically poo-poo this. Ask questions. That's your advice. Your advice is lining up. It's making sense. What's the Seven of Wands? And look at you, Ace of Cups. This is about new love. There's a fresh new start in love. There's somebody here who likes you. It just happens to be they be back to back. And you know what? You're one of those signs that is rare enough to quickly heal and open the heart space. But moreover, you're smart enough and mature enough to understand that this is how it works. If you're not available, you're not going to find the love. But if you can heal from the past or the person or the situation, you can open yourself up to that. Don't poo-poo this. Lean into this. All right? The devil's back here. Don't start with your shit, Pisces, like, Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're not good enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm too young. He's too young. I'm not young enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. He's not smart enough. She's not smart enough. Whatever the shit is. This is like the crazy shit the devil does. Okay? The devil's like, ooh, look at Sally. She's thinking negative. Let's go ahead and start that shit. No. Don't go into that space. All right? Because I see the devil back there. And if it's not you, then, sure, maybe it's a toxic person or whatever, but devil doesn't do things to us. We do things to us. Okay? So this is about a fresh new start in love. And it's falling in your advice. And I love aces in the advice position because this is given to you by the hand of God, spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever, whatever you believe in. It's golden. But you're the only one who can make it so. All right, let's see what the Three of Cups is in the outcome because that's starting to scare me. What's the Three of Cups? I hope it's not what I think it is. Damn it, Pisces. All right, hold on. I get it. You're in a very, very sensitive point in your lives right now. It's very tentative because maybe you guys want to have a reconciliation with this betrayal ending person situation. Or maybe you're going to start this new beginning. But I see a passionate new beginning for me. Either you're going to have a passionate new beginning with the new person, but this and this are two different things. Ace of Cups is love. This is passion. This is sex, this is chemistry, but this is keeping it also a little light and fluffy. This is love. Love is what you commit to, right? So I don't know what you're doing here with this, passionate new beginning, unless this is a passionate new project for some of you guys, but you're torn with the Two of Swords. What should you do? This direction, that direction. You are definitely, some of you are going to shoot me. Do whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, I know the universe is encouraging everybody to start a brand new life. Do the new thing. Because they've been giving everyone signs of what belongs and what doesn't belong in their world. All right, because I also see the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Two things, guys. This is Pisces energy. This is you. This is also the most intuitive card in the whole deck. Also you. Moreover, intuition is there to guide us, to protect us, right? That gut feeling is there for a reason. Also, to be more specific and direct, the High Priestess talks about someone you're not talking to. And under that is the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold. And under that is the world starting that new chapter. Listen, you could try gluing back that fractured mirror. You're going to cut yourself as you do so. Or you could go buy a new mirror and look in it and see how beautiful things in life could be. That's all on you guys. But right now, what I'm telling you and what I'm seeing with the cards, I think at some point you're going to be kind of like sucked backwards thinking about this new thing. Meanwhile, the universe is introducing you to new stuff, which looks good to me. But you know what? I could be wrong. Let's see what the romance and love angels think. And this is the one that we're going to dive deep on in the extended reading. We layer this with tarot and we start asking questions like, why did you say this to Pisces? Pisces, please. Of course, I had to go on the floor. Bottom of the deck is saying worth waiting for. All right, you got religious factors. Okay, so the reason something is keeping you apart from someone, whether it's the other person or the new person, it could be religious, it could be cultural, it can be anything. We'll see when we clarify. Maybe you just are different races, religions, ages, some fundamental difference. Angels of abundance, those here for work. Any advice you want to give my well, it's abundance, so it's health, wealth, and love. Donation, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organization and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And this is how the universe works, by the way. All right? Because on our life path, somehow, some way, we give back to the greater good of humanity. And for me, it's crazy that this card came out, because I was literally thinking about this card right before I did your reading. Because how does this work? For example, right? I started TikTok 2 months ago. They are 7 to 10 minute videos. They're free. That's me donating my time. Not making any money, not for any reason, but because for me, I think that's my way of giving back to the greater good of humanity. What can I, donate? I donate my time. I donate my skill. So that's what I do. I make money in other ways. And in a weird way, it gives back in its own way from the universe. It's an example, but and you get the gist of it. All right, guys, I hope this helped. I will see you on the next one.